Alright, hello everyone. This is just a quick guide for Magic Arrow Amazon for Season 7. Just to start with, we can talk about the attributes. It's fairly easy. We go all with Vitality and get the requirements for Strength and Dexterity. For me, I think my bow is my IS requirement for Dex was 146, and my helmet is 115 for Strength. It's not all tuned out, but that's the gist of it. I might readjust it at some point. That's it for the stats. We can go in the skill tab. Obviously, we're gonna max magic arrows and all the three synergies: inner sight, slow movement, and guided arrows. Obviously, nothing in here. And then we go 1 point wonder and all of those nice skills. Crit strike doesn't do much since we scale magical damage. And this crit strike is more for physical damage. Pierce is useless because magic arrow is 100% pierce. Penetrate is the only useful one here. Is a nice boost to our AR, which we need. So we're sitting at close to 9k. Those are two good 1 point wonders for some dodge, movement speed, and some FHR and other dodge for projectiles. I think it's while moving. Dodge melee or range type when attacking or standing still, or and walking and running. And for me, I put all my other spare points in Valkyrie. They're actually really tanky, and they deal quite a good amount of damage. The other possibility would be to, I guess, get some more of dodge if you want, or if you need more accuracy, attack rating, you could go get some more and penetrate. So that's it. So I'm using the new Mercenary here, our little buddy here, which is very good. Tested a few options there, and the best weapon I found for this Mercenary is actually Andals, because of the inner sight on casting, which reduce. We can check in the skill tree there. Inner sight reduce attack rating of monsters and their defense, so they're easier to hit, especially good on like bosses and rares that have a little bit more defense. And it has a bunch of skills, all skills and cast rate, so actually fires a lot of those Holy Bolts and Fist of Heaven. Does quite a bit of damage. You can see when he decides to attack, pretty much clears really well. Other than that, just get more skills. Skills just to get that. Also very important is the Sanctuary aura, which is our only source of pierce, of magic pierce. If we go look at Sanctuary, looks a little bit like this. So the only thing affecting, well, the only thing useful with this aura is actually this line here, the magic resistance. This does nothing. The damage is negligible, and the bonus magical damage doesn't apply to us. It applies only to the Mercenary, which doesn't attack anyway. So yeah, so we're looking at level 20 minus 15 plus, I think he has plus 4 plus 6 plus 7, so he's at 27. So we're looking at minus 18 magic resist. And if you would go with like a Mang Song lesson or something like that, you can reach 30 skills. You would get a nice minus 20%. So the little bit of annoying thing is that he's range, and the range of the Sanctuary is actually not that long. So you see those are not affected. Those are not affected as well. They needs to get closer, like right there. So it's good for bosses. You teleport on top of them, and the aura gets applied to them. Alright, so we can go for our gear setup. Starting with weapon, Major Rat. Pretty much best in slot for that build. There's a couple other options I'll go through. But having +6 to skills and the possibility to have 5 shell runes in it to reach your maximum frames, which is 7, makes it easier with this bow, because I'm not using a Fanatism Merc, which would be possible if I wanted to, but I don't need to. I do it with my gear. So I got the Mage Rat. I'll just go to my stash for the different options as well. I got a Valkyrie's Wing with 3 open sockets to get some more attack speed. Quiver, the 2 important stats are bow and crossbow skills and attack speed. Rest is just nice stuff to have. Resistance are really nice. But stuff like Deadly Strike and Crushing Blow, doesn't do that much, so we can just focus on that. And increased attack damage doesn't do all that much either, because it scales the the physical portion mostly. I got a Maras for res and skills. It's really hard to get resistance on this build, so I try to just get as much as possible, because I don't like having non-max resistances. Boots, I just get some 30/10s with nice eye resistance. A couple more options for that I'll show in my stash. I got a Wisp for Art of the Wolverine for AR. The attack damage buff is not that good, but the AR is pretty good. The all skill obviously really good. For the belt, just a rare belt with life resist. There's other stuff we can consider for belt. For myself, I would like another 10 increase attack speed on there, so I could get rid of one of my jewel in my body armor, but anyway, that's something else. Raven Frost for my source of cannot be frozen and my attack rating, really useful for that. And a 320 Glossers for pure damage and reaching my breakpoint. For my body armor, I went with something I found myself. It's a Scalders just for MF. It really makes a big difference. I want to move to an Enigma soon, so that's why I need my 10 faster attack speed on my belt. But for now, it's just really nice. I just put some resist. Put one IAS jewel to reach the breakpoint, and just an IS rune for more MF. Some other option. This is the early options. Really good. 2 skills and the additional Valkyrie is really good for tanking and stuff. Spirit Child really good for early cannot be frozen. All skills. Curse resistance. Just overall good stuff. If you want to go really hard on the tank mode, you can go Steel Carapace. I got a nice +3 here, but the 230 strength is really steep in terms of strength requirements. Yeah, but it's an option. Just the general +2 all skills armors are really good as well. If you can slam a +3 on there, will be really nice. Get some sockets, will be really nice. Other options for helmets. This one's really interesting. There's not that many curse that is good for a build. Doesn't lower resist doesn't work with magic damage. Amplify damage just scales the physical part, which is really minimal. So having a +2 skills and the weaken on striking, I think it could be really nice to apply a general curse for getting to be more tanky. So that's an option. Arrows, just general arrows. Other rings I use in the past, well, that's just a SOJ, and just a general ring with more attack rating and to cap your resistance, or maybe some more strength so you can remove strength for your stat requirements. For belts, don't use Razor Tail. Pierce is useless, but I've seen builds in the past to use Razor Tail. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Nazcoil, really nice for the attack speed. I could use it instead of that to get my breakpoint for my Enigma, but Don't have it yet, so well, in the stash there's no Enigma, but Enigma is really nice for general MF and teleporting around, positioning. Oh yeah, I forgot on my Switch, I'm actually using a puzzler right now because I really like teleporting around. But yeah, would be better to have at some point Enigma and classic CTA and Lidless for the battle order. Another option for tankiness is Dongo, just for some PDR because we don't have any PDR on our build. But usually we're not in the thick of it, and we have our Valkyries to tank for us and everything. So yeah, don't really need it, but if you want to be more tanky, that's an option. Demon Limb, if you wanna cap your, you wanna pre-buff before the map to get some more AR. I don't, because yeah, I got plenty. But if you have some issues, you can use that. The option for boots, Water Walk, really good. It's another rare pair of boots, and Alders, really nice for heavy fire res and some fast run rock and life. For gems and charms, there's a fine balance between the skillers and the 4 magic skill damage large charm. So that's depending on how much, how many skills you get overall with your gear and everything. So at some point you just test it out. You just remove 2, add the skiller, and see how your damage fluctuate depending on your gear. Right now I think it's pretty good. I could test it a little bit more, but they're not perfect yet. I guess some 3 there, 3 there, 3, and another 3 there. So they're not perfect yet, but still we're doing plenty of damage. I'll just go back to my sheet. There's other options for Mercenaries. For Act 1 you can get the Vigor Merc, which is really nice. You can also get Fate on it for getting your breakpoints more easily with Fana. Also on the Act 1 Merc, Pus Spitter is useless because yeah, lower resist doesn't work with magic damage. For Act 2 Merc you could go with Defiance Merc with the weapon Asylum, which grant the Sanctuary to your Merc. It would be nice to apply that. It's lower. It's a 7 to 10 skill. It's a little bit lower, so the Pierce is going to be a little bit lower. But since it's a melee Merc, it'll be more in the fray. Let's say it's going to be more in the action, applying the actual aura to your to the enemies. For Act 3 Merc. Really good option is this one. Prior to Dispatch, it was the go-to Merc because of the Prayer Aura, which gives life on it. If I recall, I'll just show you quickly. Yeah, we got Prayer here, which if you look at level 20 Prayer will be 11 life per hit. Really good with Magic Arrow because you're piercing everything. You got quite a good spread with Magic Arrow, so it's almost screen wide. It's a little bit less than multi-shot, obviously, but it's pretty good. Also, yeah, on the Act 3 Mercenary, you can get Azeroth for the Sanctuary aura in the same way this one would works on our Act 4 Mercenary. And on the Act 5 Mercenary, you could get a Battle Order Merc if you want, with Beast for Breakpoint, or Asylum as well if you want the Sanctuary, which I really recommend. The Sanctuary Aura, really big damage upgrade. For the Amazon, you can also get an Asylum Bow, but the Asylum Bow, I don't have one right now, doesn't have any local IAS, so reaching the breakpoints is a little bit more difficult, but it's still doable. I did it in the past. I might show it at the end of the video. I got another Amazon on single player that uses it, so I might showcase it just a little bit later. And yes, that's it for the gear and this general build. So we're looking at pretty much cap resistance, poison res, meh, not that useful, but and 1600 life. Can showcase a map right now. It's a 51 increase maximum life. It's pretty tough one, but it clears pretty well. It has a lot of damage, and we're quite fast, and we have our maximum breakpoint of 7 frames per attack. So I'll just show you really quickly what it can do. Usually I try to play pretty aggressively. I'll pre-fire a little bit. You wanna have your click closer to your character to have a nice spread of arrows, so you get more monsters instead of having it like this, which is pretty bad as of the spread. Go like that. One city's not that great. I teleport around a bit. Yeah, so our sustain is not the best because we don't have the prayer aura, but our mercenary, it's not really reliable, but he casts Holy Nova, this one right there, which usually caps, just heals us for almost half an HP bar maybe. But we're pretty tanky, so we can usually last until he casts it again. Just try something like this. Just clean around the boss a little bit. Oh no, don't die. Alright. I'll just try that again, just show you some boss DPS. This boss is pretty tanky. This arrow, like Blood Raven type of boss. She's pretty tanky usually, but you can get her down pretty fast. It's not the fastest, but it's pretty fast. So we go close, try to stick to her, get the Sanctuary Aura on her, the debuff, and we just right click. Oh, she's being a bit of a bitch there, but yeah. Just a reminder that this is a 51% map. So yeah, lots of HP on that boss. So yeah, still pretty clean. I can show you the other version I add. Oops. Fuck this up. I'll just show you the one on single player quickly. So this one has the prayer Merc with a beast for breakpoints, and we got our Aslan bow. Oh yeah, it's 17 to 20. It's a high level. It's a high level Sanctuary Aura as well. All right, so we'll just pop around the map. I think. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, we got our max breakpoint here as well. This one clears pretty well too, if I remember correctly. There's a little bit less sheet damage because you have a lot less skills, because the Aslan bow just gives us +2 skills, and it's not possible to get an Amazon bow, just a class Amazon bow with 6 sockets. It's either Hydro Bow or a Shadow Bow like I have right now. Sadly, they are max at 5 sockets. This one's really fun because you get the Fist of Heaven proc. So there's a bunch of stars going everywhere. But yeah, it's quite fun. Alright. So yeah, that's it. I think that covers a lot of it. So if you guys have any question, you can comment below or hit me up. I can answer some stuff. Oh yeah, that's another option as well. You can get the Chain of Honor if you want more resist and more tankiness. I forgot about that one, but yeah, that's it for me. Bye bye.